Welcome to Healing from Depression with Tony. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you guys checking in. Gals, guys. Well, this is the next video, Rebuilding My Life After Depression. The last video I talked about, it was about preparing for the holidays. That's a big thing because a lot of people really go down after the holidays. They really overthink things. They revisit some painful situations. So I just wanted to really put a video up about that because that was important. That was one of the triggers for me a few years back. Was a holiday that kind of took me down. So I just wanted to talk about that. In the video before that, I talked about the waiting period, and so I'll get back to my story. This is rebuilding my life after depression. So for me, that waiting period was really tough. So I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, gals, that that waiting period of for me it was 2 years of intrusive thoughts of just not feeling good physically, and so that led to me not feeling good emotionally, and so it was really tough. But in that waiting period, I had to um, I had to kind of stand my ground on some thoughts on what I thought about myself and what I thought about my future and what I thought about my present. So I had to kind of battle some thoughts because a lot of times you'll have intrusive thoughts that'll tell you you're not going to make it out of this. And I had them, because I was I'm really good as a multitasker. I was really good as an encourager, somebody that came to help. But then after helping people for so many years, I was in the need of help. Excuse me, that sometimes revisiting that, it just, it's an emotional thing, because I took joy in making sure everybody was good and never imagined that I would be the one in desperate need of help, in the same way I was helping everybody else. So that was a lot. So when I started to feel better, for me, like I think I told you guys in one of the earlier videos, I listened to a lot of sermons, a lot of biblical stuff. So I couldn't really take any advanced stuff. I had to kind of really just take some basic biblical truths, some Sunday school lessons. I couldn't really get into the deep part of the word because it was just too much for me. It was too much. I couldn't really watch like action movies. Too much was going on. I needed like nature, something really easy to get into. But when I started to feel better, I think it was this one sermon I heard from Joel Osteen, and it was a real basic sermon. It was called "Let It Go." And as I listened to it over and over, some of his basic truths rang true in me, and that was that some things you have to let go. Some things you're not going to get closure on. Some things are meant only for a season. So a lot of times we don't understand that part, and that's where we get frustrated, and sometimes we even get stuck, not discerning the seasons. And when God starts to prune your life and remove people from your life, it's a very painful thing. But in hindsight, everybody's not going to the finish line with you, and sometimes for us that's a hard pill to swallow. But so I started to feel better. Listened to that sermon, and it kind of let me know that I had to let some things go. I had to let some the things I was harboring, that I didn't realize I was harboring. I had to let them go. Some of the ways I was feeling about people, what people could have did, should have did, and didn't do. Um, I had to let that go, and so I just let it go and basically had to rebuild and restart from the beginning on how I felt on the inside. And so that was a start of me turning the corner. So then I had to learn to get back into a routine. Um, as for me, like I told you guys, for me, I had my stomach ache got really sensitive, and I don't know if you guys know, but your nerve center is in your stomach, so that was a lot to figure that out in real time. So my stomach was real sensitive. I couldn't really eat spicy food or anything like that. But I started to turn the corner, and slowly my sleep got better, and slowly my appetite got better, and I was able to start working out again. And that was challenging because as I would look in the mirror in the bathroom, I really didn't like what I see. I was skinny. I didn't look healthy. I looked frail. I looked like a shell of myself, and that was really hard on me, hard for me to process within my own mind, especially after I had was training for a fight, and I was looking phenomenal actually, and so and felt phenomenal. So to start over from scratch was it was a lot for me. I had to dig down deep in so many different areas. Physically, I had to start from scratch basically to try to get my physical health back together. And but I turned the corner. Slowly, I started to turn the corner. My appetite got better. My sleep got better. I was able to kind of get around more people, and to start to feel normal. For a while, I felt really self-conscious, and I stayed away from people for the most part because I had lost all that weight, and I just didn't like the way I felt. I didn't like the way I looked, and people didn't mean. I'm sure they didn't mean me any harm, but the first thing people would say is, "Wow, you lost a lot of weight." I'm like, "Wow, well, thanks a lot." And so, but I understand. But that was just big for me to just go everywhere, and that be the first thing someone say, "Wow, you lost a lot of weight. You lost a lot of weight." And so, that was a challenge, but I knew I had to fortify in my mind that better days were coming. I had to have my daily affirmations that I had to hammer home over and over, some truths that I had to understand about where I was going, what I was going through, and that it had an expiration date. And so those are some of the things, but I slowly turned the corner, slowly started getting back in a routine with the gym. My appetite got better. And then slowly, I mean, very slowly, I started to put my weight back on. And very slowly, I started to get stronger. And very slowly, my sleep stabilized. And so, yeah, that was it. So turning the corner for me was a grateful thing. I was thankful, but it wasn't a fast thing. And even when I was turning the corner, I had my good days and I had my bad days. Some days I'd have setbacks, uh, and then it take me down to where am I ever going to really get whole and healthy again? For me, the morning times is the last thing that really hung on. That cortisol rush to wake you up in the morning was a lot. Sometimes it would just, of course, it wakes you up, but then I would basically it keep going for a while, so I'd have to sit up in a chair and kind of, you know, breathe, maybe just walk around the house a little bit and settle down. And so that was some of the things that I experienced turning the corner. Yeah, so slowly but surely, I started to feel better. So I say to all of you out there, if you're coming out of depression, or if you're in a depression, just be patient with yourself. Celebrate small wins. You know, like today I got up and I cleaned the house, or today I got up and I was able to file some paperwork, or today I got up and went for a walk, and it wasn't didn't have a lot of intrusive thoughts. And so celebrate small wins. Don't be too hard on yourself, and understand that this healing thing, this thing is a slow cooker. You know, for me, I think that was the most challenging. How long that the healing process was going to take, but I had people around me that kept encouraging me, just telling me, you know, Tony, healing takes time. And so I've learned patience. Uh, I learned trust throughout this process. I learned that things just don't happen, that things do happen for a reason. And in all that, I just say be kind to yourself. Understand that turning a corner, you're going to have setbacks. And it's a slow moving journey, but like I always try to tell you at the end of all the videos, that I'm on the other side now. And but I care about the people that are still suffering. And so that's why I even made this channel for men who might not be as forthcoming as I am about the scars or their challenges. So I say to all my brothers, to all my gals out there, don't be too hard on yourself. Make sure that you love yourself. Do something for yourself every week. Celebrate small wins and victories. Believe in the truth that you will get well, that this too shall pass. So I really appreciate you walking this journey with me. This is Healing from Depression with Tony. And I want to hear some of your comments for some of you men out there or women out there. Chime in. Tell me some of your thoughts, where you're at in your journey, where you're struggling at, where you're stuck at. You know, let's talk about it. Let's navigate through it together. And always peace, love, and happiness. Thank you for stopping by. This is Healing from Depression with Tony. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And you have a blessed day.